Guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I just want to talk about this system that I've come up with in the past couple weeks. And I'm not saying that I am the pioneer of this system. I think I heard First Man talk about something similar to this a couple years ago. But guys, it all stemmed from me being overwhelmed with a lot on my plate, right? There was just so much going on, and I think I talked about this in the previous videos too, how I was overwhelmed and everything just started feeling like a chore. And I think a lot of people on self-improvement, trying to improve themselves, trying to work towards something, feel this at some point in their lives where they're extremely overwhelmed with everything around them, with all the options that they have, with all the information that they have, with all the things that they need to be doing, and that just derails their progress because number one, they can't focus on the necessities, and number two, it it just bottles them down. It's like I need to be doing these many things every single day. It's not sustainable. People just, don't continue on with it. They just give up and they just, never keep working towards those goals because of so many things that they need to be doing. Now, I wanted to simplify things. I like, working towards goals in simple steps. I've always been a huge believer in divide and conquer. So those were the key tenets I wanted to focus on, where I would divide and conquer this self improvement journey. And how I would do it is by, adding simplicity to it, to my life. And I did that by saying to myself, if I focus on just five things, on doing five things every single day, I will be one of the most self-improved human being on the planet by next year. So if I'm working on five things every single day, the same five things every single day for the next 365 days, I will improve drastically in those five specific things. Now, obviously, I won't improve in all these other areas, but this is where periodization comes into play, right? So, or prioritization comes into play. You prioritize, and so essentially what you do is you take a period of time and then you prioritize five things in that period of time to improve on. And once you've done that, then you can focus on all the other things. So, for example, with me, for the next year or for the next, I could honestly take a 5 year period and focus on these five things, and in another 5 years I would be one of the most successful men on the planet. Like, I have no doubt in my mind, if I do these five things every single day for the next 5 years, there's no one stopping me. And what are those five things for me personally? Now, it could be different for each and every human being, but if you say consistent enough with anything in life for a long enough time, you will see the results. I've made a video about this, how consistency is king, and I'll make so many more about it, because consistency is the biggest hack there is. No one is willing to be consistent in today's time. So for me personally, these five things would be working on my software engineering career. Right now, this is mostly going to be focused on my degree, on my education, on the things I'm doing in my university, or self-studying and all of that stuff. Why? Because this is going to be my prime source of income. All my money, if most of my money, if not all of it, is going to come from my software engineering career, right? Whatever I choose to do with it, whether I try to work a job, whether I try to, start my own business, or whatever it is, it's going to be from this area of my life where I'm focusing on my software engineering degree and my career essentially. So that's one focus. That's one thing that I need to be working on every single day. The second thing would be this YouTube career, right? Working on making YouTube videos, working on bettering the YouTube channel, working on, trying to grow the outreach, working on video editing and all of that kind of stuff. Why? Because this is my purpose. I've talked about this in multiple videos where my purpose is to get my voice and get the message of self-improvement to as many people as I can. So that's the second thing. Now, the third thing would be for me to read. Now, if I can read every single day, doesn't matter what book it is. It could be a self-improvement book. It could be a religious book. Whatever it is, just to increase my knowledge. You guys, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power in this world, right? If I have knowledge about most things in life, I will never feel like an imposter ever. I will always do things with confidence. I will never feel like a stranger in any environment. So, reading, that's one thing I'd want to improve on. because I want to increase my knowledge. Fourth thing, working on fighting every single day. So fight training every single day, whether it's bag work, whether it's shadow boxing, whether it's just some decent cardio, whether it's some recovery work, whether it's hitting the pads. It doesn't matter. Sparring, it doesn't matter what it is. If I'm working on fighting every single day, I will improve mentally. I've already talked about how martial arts has drastically improved my mindset, and there's just there's there's such a long way to go still. There's just so many things that I can still improve on, that in fighting, that will not only help my mindset but just help me feel more confident in any atmosphere, in any facet of life. It will, I've talked about fighting enough, honestly, in a bunch of other videos, and I'll keep talking about it in videos dedicated to that subject. But yeah, fight training every single day. Those are four things. That's software engineering, YouTube, reading, and fight training every single day. The fifth thing is hitting the gym. Now, this is related to the fight training, because obviously, when you're hitting the gym, you're still training, and that's my cat. It's being annoying right now. But anyways, yeah, you're still, you're training, whatever. But this is specifically for looking good. Now, if you guys watch my videos, or know me, you guys would know that I take a lot of I put in a lot of effort in looking good, and it's a very important area of my life. Looking aesthetic, being aesthetic, all the aesthetics in life, your house, from the way your house looks to the way your body looks, to the way your face looks, your grooming, all that stuff. So hitting the gym every single day for an aesthetic physique would also be one of the five things that I'd be working on. Now, if I work on these five things for the next 2 to 5 years, what's stopping me from becoming the most improved human being on the planet? I would improve in my looks. I would improve in my money. I would improve in creating a legacy that I leave behind after I die. I'd improve in knowledge, in areas of knowledge. Again, I can use that knowledge for furthering my purpose, to getting the message of self improvement to as many people. Uh, and yeah, that's about it, guys. What else is there to life? If I can have a bunch of money, if I can be working on something that I truly feel motivated to work towards, if I can look good, if I can feel confident, and I have knowledge of all the things in the world, what else is there to life? I will, in another 5 years, if I can do those five things, I will feel like the most accomplished human being on the planet. Now, these five things could be different for you, and you know they can serve different purposes for you, but at the end of the day, this is all you need. You just need to be doing five things consistently every single day for a given period of time. Now, how long should you be doing these five things, right? Personally, I feel even if I spend 10 minutes doing each one of these things, I've accomplished something in my day. I've been productive in my day, right? Even 10 minutes. If I can just do 10 minutes of bag work, right? I've accomplished something. If I can just do 10 minutes of reading in the day, I've accomplished something. Baby steps, guys. If I can just work on these YouTube videos for 10 minutes, like this one, for example, I'm making a 10-minute video today, right? I'll feel accomplished. If I can spend 10 minutes in the gym is too less, but if I can just, stretch, for example, I don't feel like working out today, or I'm injured and I can't work out today, or it's my rest day, I can't work out today. If I can just spend 10 minutes stretching, doing some mobility work, I'll feel accomplished when it comes to going to the gym and looking aesthetic, right? If I can spend 10 minutes working on my software engineering degree, reading a new article that comes out, talking about how software engineering is changing, and how you use AI to essentially become more in demand in this industry, that's improvement. That's an accomplishment for me for the day. So even if you can spend 10 minutes is the minimum for me personally. Could be 5 minutes, 2 minutes for you. Doesn't matter. Baby steps, guys. For me, if I can spend 10 minutes on one of these activities, I can tick it off that I spent time working on one of those five things. Even 10 minutes. Now, obviously, preferably, the more time you spend on them, the better. If your day, if the 16 hours you are awake, if the 15 hours that you are awake, and you spend 3 hours doing each one of these activities, and your whole day is occupied by just these five things, then obviously the more the merrier, right? That's better. However, don't limit yourself, right? Don't say, okay, I need to be spending an hour on this, otherwise I won't feel accomplished. No, 10 minutes are more than enough. 10 minutes every single day add up. That's why consistency is such a massive hack. You could be doing very little, but you can be doing it every single day, and over a long enough period of time, it'll all add up. It'll all make sense. It'll all have a massive impact on your life. So that's it, guys. 10 minutes, even 10 minutes of doing 5 things every single day, the same 5 things, the same exact 5 things every single day for a given period of time, for a long enough period of time, will give you massive fruits. Will add massively to your life. And it'll keep things simple. You don't have to be worrying about all this other stuff going on in your self-improvement. Oh, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that, all this other stuff. No, it doesn't matter. You have your 5 major things, you focus on those 5 major things, and then you add a little, you add a few routines here and there. Okay, you have a routine of eating the same things every single day, helps with your diet plan. You have a morning routine for your skincare. You have a night routine for your skincare. You know, these things add up. You take a cold shower every single day. These are small adjustments you don't have to be focusing on. Your mind doesn't need to be occupied by them. You get what I mean? But these 5 things that you choose should occupy most of your thoughts, should occupy most of your days. And these 5 things could be very, very personal to you. I've just given you the 5 things that I'm going to be working on. You can literally just take those 5 things for yourself and see massive improvement in your life. Those 5 things that I've just mentioned could literally be your 5 things. Doesn't matter. You don't need to be extremely creative either. You don't need to have everything personalized to you. Self-improvement is not about personalizing everything or customizing everything to your liking. Sometimes you can just take what someone else is doing and just work on that. At least it'll give you a sense of purpose in your life. It'll give you a path, And I've always been like that. I'm not the kind of guy who's the first to do something. But I am extremely good at taking what someone else has done and just improving on it. I'm extremely good at that. And you can be too. So if you want to take 1, 2, or 3, or all 5 of the things that I've mentioned, go ahead and take it. But stick to it. Stay consistent on working on it. Even if it's for a short period of time every single day, just stay consistent on working on it every single day, and you'll see massive improvements in your life. Guys, that's it. Now I just feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again. But I hope I've got my message clear. Guys, work on 5 things every single day for a given period of time, and you will see massive improvements in your life. Until next time, I love you guys.